With the recent trailer for the upcoming Jedi Survivor game, I felt it was high due time to go back and play the original. I actually got this on sale not that long ago on Steam, so what better place than the Steam Deck? On this week's edition of the Performance Series, we're going to dive into how the deck can play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. To give a bit of background, Fallen Order is an action-adventure game that takes place 5 years after the events of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It revolves around Jedi survivor Cal Kestis and his journey of being hunted by the Imperial Inquisitors. So how does this lightsaber-happy action game run on the deck? Well, you can definitely get it close to the home console experience, but it won't be perfect. It would be comparable to the base PlayStation 4, which ran it mostly smooth but with dips every so often. Now the first thing you need to know is that running the compatibility tool Proton is not an option here. If you enable it and try to run the game, it will never leave the initial booting screen. I actually left it at this black screen for an entire hour to test, and it just never loads to the title screen so you can play. That means we're stuck with just the normal Steam OS Linux. And with that, you can certainly get good results, but let's start off by saying that 60 FPS is not an attainable goal. By default, the game tries to run on high settings and you'll see a lot of variance, normally in the 30s and 40s on frame rate, and this is really the case with all graphical options. Dropping it down to medium will get you in the 40s more often, but will still drop into the 20s to stutter. I even tried the secret low settings option and it didn't help that much. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the graphical presets for Fallen Order only go down to medium. But if you change one of the options to make the preset custom and highlight that custom option, you can tap the escape key on your keyboard to fool the game into enabling the low option it didn't want you to know about. But considering on the Steam Deck you get the same amount of stutters between low and medium, you might as well not even do this. Keep it at medium so it looks a little better. And with the game really never reaching 60 FPS outside of menus, the best option for the deck is to use the 30 FPS limiter to create stability and consistency. You will still get those occasional dips in the 24 to 25 range, but it will be largely stable and comparable to base PS4 performance. And now we can get into battery life, which is pretty low even by Steam Deck standards. If you keep your brightness up, the deck won't even last 2 hours. It's about an hour and a half, give or take, and you can only get 2 hours out of it by dropping the brightness down. So, as we bring all this together, would I recommend Fallen Order to Steam Deck users? If you're good with the 30 FPS the PS4 and Xbox One got with similar stutters from time to time, sure. On medium settings, it still looks pretty good, and it's a very fun action game in the Star Wars universe. And that's all I have for you today. I'll be back soon with more Steam Deck performance videos, and as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.